Hey folks, my name is Jürgen, aka Nerd and Proud of It, and Destiny has brought you to my channel today to help me decide which unlimited card I will buy next. I did an experiment 3 times already on this channel, and it was a bit crazy in the beginning. I actually asked you which reserve list cards I should buy, and I gave you a couple of choices of cards I really enjoy, and I talked about why I really enjoy those cards. The first time I actually was able to buy this playset of Ali from Cairo from the Arabian Nights set because you have chosen it, and it is a wonderful playset. I just had sold a couple of cards and sealed product, and I had some funds I wanted to put back into Magic the Gathering. And I gave you a couple of choices and asked you to make a moral decision about why you choose a certain card above the other. There were cheap options, like for example the Ice Storm here, Lord of Atlantis beta. I really enjoyed that, but I also gave you a couple of expensive options with the Mishra's Workshop as the most expensive option, and you chose somewhat a kind of a middle way, going for the 4 Ali from Kairos, which is a very iconic card to me, and that's what I explained back in the day. So that was the first time we did this. The second time we did it, I actually gave you the choice between a Candelabra and a Mishra's Workshop, and I told you if you would choose the Mishra's Workshop, I wouldn't be able to buy any other cards at that period of time, and you chose the Candelabra back then. And the third time, I actually gave you the choice again between 3 tropical islands and the Mishra's Workshop. I really wanted to have that workshop, and I needed it for the Antiquity set, but I also wanted to complete my set of 40 dual lands. So yeah, I think I sold a couple of really old Lego sets, and I turned that money into Magic the Gathering as well. So yeah, it's not that I have that money lying around, and at the moment I certainly do not, but back in the day I was turning my collection around and just switching from one thing in my collection to another. So then, I could make some move towards some more expensive cards because I liquidated some stuff. But this time, and I made it easier every time I let you choose. The second time, I think were only a couple of choices. First time were too many choices, but the tiers were different. So yeah, every tier had a different background, a different motivation, because if you would have chosen the cheapest one, it would have been a nice addition to the collection, but I also could have bought more cards. If you would have chosen the Mishra's Workshop back then, I couldn't have bought any cards for a couple of months, and so on. This year, it's a little different for me. As you know, a lot of stuff going on, especially with the house, so my funds are virtually non-existent. That's how times change. I don't really have a lot of stuff to liquidate anymore. I have some sealed products still, some old collector boxes from the beginning, but I don't think it's a good moment. Yeah, if anybody wants to buy them, no, just kidding. I don't think it's a good moment to sell those. I mean, if you sell Eldraine now, collector boxes or Theros, probably not the best moment for it. But I freed up some funds this month to do this little experiment again, because I really liked it, and it was really interactive. All of you were commenting why I should choose one card above the other, why I should choose one amount above the other, because some were a lot of people were of course saying the Mishra's Workshop is awesome, you should get this definitely, but $3,000 or $2,500 or how much it was back then, that's simply too expensive at the moment. Just go for a set of Ali from Cairo. And that's what I did back then. And some other said like, I really know you really like the Lord of Atlantis, it's one of your most favorite and awesome cards. You should go for the beta Lord of Atlantis for $400 just because of the nostalgia. So you had a lot of these voices as well. I counted all the votes, and I actually followed through, of course. If I say something, I do it, and bought the cards you chose. And everybody could check in the comments if the votes were for a certain card or for another card. Okay, long story. I want you to choose again. This time I want you to choose between 2 unlimited cards, and I've been going through the unlimited binder recently together with you, cleaning it up, adding some cards, and there were some iconic cards missing, some iconic cards to me I really liked. And I thought, hey, let's check out if I can find those cards at a trusted seller somewhere for a reasonable price. And I found one that is actually selling Will-O-the-Wisp Unlimited for $47, and they are selling the Goblin King, which is awesome as well. Same as Will-O-the-Wisp. I love that card. I mean, regeneration is an underrated and very cool mechanic, but the Goblin King, of course, is very iconic as well. He's the king of the goblins. I mean, every red deck needed him. So they are selling that one for $50. So the price this time is virtually the same. There's not a big price difference. It's just a preference difference. And for me, both of these cards are iconic. So it's not so much that this time you have to choose why you would choose this card for me. Maybe because I love it so much, or I talked about it so much, or I mentioned in the video when I presented this choice, that is the card I really would like to have. Because, no, this time I want to know, sorry, my voice is still a bit scruffy. But this time I want to know why you would choose the Goblin King, or why you would choose Will-O-the-Wisp. I got some stories about the Goblin King and how I killed with a Goblin deck. And I got some stories how the Will-O-the-Wisp saved my ass because it was regenerating against a Shivan Dragon or a Mahamoti Chin for rounds. So I got good memories of both of these cards. And both of these cards are missing in my unlimited set. But I want to know why you would choose Will-O-the-Wisp, or why you would choose the Goblin King. The price is the same this time, so it's not that difficult. Leave a comment, that's very important, until next Tuesday. And I have to check my calendar which date next Tuesday is, because then it's random by Tuesday. It's the 4th. The 4th of April 2023. If you leave a comment, I would vote for the Goblin King because the Goblin King is the king. Or I would vote for Will-O-the-Wisp because nobody can beat the Will-O-the-Wisp, and especially not the Goblin King, because Will-O-the-Wisp is regenerating all the time and it's flying, and you can put an unholy strength on it, and you got a 2/2 flyer, and it's 2/2 flyer regeneration, and it's killing everything. Just leave a comment with your motivation. I'm really curious, and I loved this experiment last time. I simply can't do an expensive one this time. I actually had in mind that I would do one with a Bazaar of Baghdad involved this year, and maybe another more expensive card. For example, like a 4th Old Man of the Sea near mint for $400, or and buy some other cards from Arabian Nights later on this year, or like a Bazaar of Baghdad for $1,800. But like I said, simple. I do not have the funds at the moment, so it is what it is. And yeah, I wasn't able to sell a lot of stuff recently, so if funds free up, who knows, maybe I can sell some stuff, sell some collector boxes, and we can put that into the channel and into some old cards. But at the moment it's between Will-O-the-Wisp and the Goblin King. Let me know as well, please, because if you're newer to the channel and if you are a recent subscriber, then you probably haven't seen the 3 votes before. I will link to, let's say, the 3rd one, the last one, and probably from that one you can find the others as well. And if you search like I let my viewers choose or whatever, then you should be able to find it on the channel. But I will link to the 3rd choice. But if you haven't seen these choices, let me know what you think. There are only, I think, 2 or 3 people who were actually commenting and voting on all 3 choices. I would definitely appreciate if those people would vote again, because that would be awesome. That would mean they are here for a very long time on the channel, like almost 2 years. And if they're not around anymore, it is what it is. But yeah, that would be great. I hope you stay healthy, folks. I I hope you stay frosty. Let me know which one would you choose, the Will-O-the-Wisp or the Goblin King. And next Tuesday I will tell you what the result is of the vote. I will count the votes, I will make a video about it, and I will order that card, and then hopefully a couple of days later we can add it to the binder. And if that's successful and I can free up a couple of bucks here and there, we can repeat that. So you are actually deciding which card will be added to the unlimited binder next. And I think that's pretty cool. Again, stay healthy, stay frosty. Thanks a lot for listening, and I talk to you next time. Bye, folks.